Hi everybody, welcome to a DVD and Blu-ray update. This is my first update proper. The couple of videos that you've seen of me before have been themed videos. There was a sci-fi one and a kind of steelbook themed video, but this is the first DVD Blu-ray update that I'll do that will focus on what I've bought recently, some of the newer things that I've picked up. Apologies, you may have probably seen a lot of the things that I'm going to show you here a few times before. I'm a bit behind on my pickups and things like that, so please bear with me and we'll talk through some of the things that I've got. The first thing I'm going to show you is that I finally picked up King Kong on Blu-ray. I know everybody will have this. It's one of those kind of famous reference quality picture and sound discs. Been out a long time. I owned it on DVD a couple of times in kind of regular and extended versions, but never on Blu-ray, so I finally rectified that now. It's been out long enough now that you can pick it up at a great price, which I did so. Haven't had a chance to put it in, so I'm looking forward to throwing it on and seeing if it kind of lives up to its hype of being one of the best Blu-rays out there. It's got the extended cut on there, like I said, and you've got a couple of things like art galleries, picture-in-picture tracks, and feature commentary with Peter Jackson, which I'm looking forward to listening to. Really big Peter Jackson fan. Kind of love all of his stuff so far, so really looking forward to The Hobbit as well. I'm sure that's going to kick ass. Next up, I picked up one of my favourite films from last year, Black Swan. Big kind of audience splitter. I speak to so many people who, literally 50% of the people I speak to love it, 50% of the people I speak to hate it. I'm on the 50% who love it. I think it's a great film. Like I say, one of my favourite from last year. I'm a big fan of Aronofsky's films anyway. I think it's a bit of a shame that he's not doing Wolverine. I think he was attached to Wolverine at one point, and I think that would have just been so crazy. It would have been awesome to see. This is the triple player Blu-ray edition with the slipcover and the kind of clear Blu-ray thing across the top, which I'm not too sure about at the moment. Plenty of special features on here. I think there's a kind of big documentary that I'm looking forward to watching, the filmmaking process documentary, so I'm sure that's going to be cool. And the two discs inside there, the Blu-ray and the DVD stroke digital copy. I noticed they're kind of going onto one disc now on a lot of releases, whereas there used to be a separate disc, which is a lot better because they used to try and trick you into thinking they were selling you an extra disc when it was a digital copy that I know not a lot of people use. Or do they? I don't know. I don't, so I was never particularly interested in those. Next up, we've got one of my favourite war films of all time, and it's Sam Peckinpah's Cross of Iron. Really glad to see this come out on Blu-ray. Looks really good. I kind of read a few good reviews, positive reviews about it, but I was a bit sceptical because I've owned so many copies of it before and it's looked horrendous. But really good. Scrubs up well on Blu-ray. Like I say, one of my favourite war films, this. I don't think it's a very well-known war film. Some of the people I speak to are, kind of draw a blank when I mention it. So it's probably like not up there with the most famous kind of war films, or even Peckinpah films maybe, but one of my favourites. Again, there's a really good documentary on here that I've yet to see. Passion and Poetry, Sam Peckinpah's War. Really looking forward to checking that out. I'm sure that's going to be awesome. Slipcover edition again. One disc in there. Definitely worth picking up. I think you can pick it up for a really good price as well if you can find it. And well worth your time. Love this cover art as well. Awesome cover art there on the front. Brilliant. Next up, another film that splits people, but probably more in the negative way than the positive way. A lot of people slate this, and it's Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz in Night and Day. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was awesome. I came out of the cinema and I thought it was brilliant. And I came back and spoke to people at home and at work, and they were like, "Oh, it was a load of rubbish." And I thought it was great. Strangely enough, it's a film by James Mangold, who I remember at the time I looked through his kind of IMDb filmography, and he's done a whole range of stuff. He most recently did the remake of 3:10 to Yuma and Walk the Line, and speaking of which, he's actually attached to the Wolverine project now. I think most directors have been, but he's the one who's gone into pre-production on Wolverine. But he does a lot of kind of weird, he covers a lot of genres and things like that. But this is a kind of crazy, tongue-in-cheek, I would say, action film with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Obviously it's daft, but that's why I like it. Looks and sounds great on Blu-ray, and again there's plenty of special features on there. There's a whole load of little mini documentaries and things like that. And I think this again, was it the triple play? Yeah, triple play again in there with the Blu-ray and the DVD / digital copy. So yeah, let me know what you think. I enjoy it. It is daft, I'll admit it, but you need a bit of daftness. You need to watch something a bit silly every now and again, you know, which that certainly is. So it's definitely worth picking up if you can pick it up at a good price, which I did. Next up, Anchor Bay have put out a couple of these really cool films that I've been not looking for a while, but hoping that they would release them on DVD. And that's these two. The first of which is Anthony Mann's The Fall of the Roman Empire, in a 2-disc deluxe edition. Alec Guinness, James Mason, Christopher Plummer, Sophia Loren, all kind of good old-fashioned stars there. I love these kind of massive epic movies. I'm a big fan of these films. Real good Sunday afternoon movies when you can sit down without any distractions and watch them. These sets are really good sets. I say releases, 2 discs. You've got the Blu-ray on disc 1, and the second disc on this has got all sorts of stuff on: the rise and fall of an epic production, the making of the film. Historical look at the real Roman Empire. There's a documentary about scoring the film, historical analysis, original introductions, a thing about Caesar, trailers, and all sorts of things. Like 2 discs, really, you know, it kind of warrants its deluxe title on the top there. And in a similar vein as Fall of the Roman Empire, we've got another Anthony Mann film actually, and Sophia Loren, is El Cid, good old Charlton Heston film. Again, film from the 60s, early 60s I think, and you've got the 2 discs. There's actually some artwork in this that's pretty cool. But again, you've got Hollywood Conquers Spain, the making of El Cid, Sam Bronson, the epic journey of a dreamer. There's a whole list of things on the back of there, as there is with this. If you can see that, whole list of special features. So it's good to see these old films not only looking great on Blu-ray, but really getting a bit of a kick, deluxe edition, and a warranted you know, deluxe edition as well for films of this kind of stature. Nice to see a lot of special features on there. And next up, another film that I finally picked up that I hadn't managed to get hold of previously, because it was always really expensive for some reason. Certainly in the UK, this kind of struggled to get down to a really good price, and that was Iron Man 2, sorry. Iron Man, the 2-disc Blu-ray edition. I've actually got Iron Man 2 coming in the post soon, I hope. That should be turning up quite soon. I've been getting back into these a little bit since kind of watching Captain America, which I thought was awesome, by the way. Let me know what you think of Captain America. I'm really looking forward to the Avengers now. I've seen, you know, all these kind of films come together, and I'm getting a little chirp on about them. I'm hoping that Joss Whedon's not going to let us down and make a really kind of solid film after all this. But Iron Man, again, another one of these quite old Blu-rays now that's kind of held in high esteem for its excellent picture and sound quality. And I did have I do have the DVD edition of this, and if you haven't picked this up, or if you don't have it at all, it's definitely worth picking up for the documentary. It's like a big 7-part documentary on the making of the film, and it's so in depth. It literally goes from the kind of genesis of the film right the way through the kind of shooting process. One of the great kind of making of documentaries. I think I've heard that the second one has a similar thing. I'm not sure, but that's Iron Man on Blu-ray. And finally, for this week, guys, we have Disney's Bolt with the voices of John Travolta and Miley Cyrus. I'm a massive Pixar fan, but this is obviously just a Disney release, and I think this is almost Pixar quality. I thought this was really great. I remember being kind of dragged to see this when it was released, and being really pleasantly surprised by the quality of it. Watched it recently. Watched it a couple of days ago on this Blu-ray, and looks absolutely amazing. It's got all sorts of crazy stuff on it as well. There's a kind of filmmaker's journey, deleted scenes, creating the world of Bolt, and there's like some Miley Cyrus things on there as well. But Rhino, the hamster dude, or the gerbil, or whatever you want to call him. Is he a hamster? He's a hamster. In the ball, awesome character. He needs his own show. He would be awesome in his own show. They should do a little spin-off with Rhino, because he kicks ass. Blu-ray and DVD combo pack with a couple of discs in there, the Blu-ray and then the DVD there. Yeah, really, really great film if you're into your animation and your CG and your Disney and things like that. Definitely one that's worth picking up. Very entertaining. And that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I apologise, you know, not all of these were kind of gleaming new releases, and you've probably seen them in everybody's videos previously. I apologise for that. I'm trying to slowly get caught back up on my my purchasing and things like that, so I've got a few things coming in the mail, so there's definitely another one of these style updates on the way very soon in a couple of days. And I've also got a kind of box set update and a kind of film memorabilia update kind of thing, with a couple of VHS tapes and some real strange stuff like that in there as well, some kind of kooky special editions, so look out for that. In the meantime, hope everybody's doing well and hope you all take care. Again, thank you for watching this video, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon. Cheers, bye bye.